Hey there, guys. Let me ask you a quick question here. Have you ever made an offer on your dream property, the one that you want? You've had a chance to review the property with the agent. You love it. You want it. You know, oh man, well, there's going to be a couple other competitors, but let's see what we can do. So your agent goes through, takes through the property. He does his comparables. He's like, okay, I think it's worth this. And then he goes ahead and puts in an offer, all to find out that you guys didn't win the deal. What happened? You thought you did everything that you could have to get you guys on the right foot to earn your dream home, but you didn't. So I love this. I love what I'm about to teach you guys today, because I'm going to teach you how to make competitive offers. I know that things have changed with COVID-19 coming to fruition, but there still is a lot of buyers out there looking for real estate. More importantly, the seller market has actually diminished because people have taken their homes off the market because of the issues going on right now. So I wanted to talk about making the winning offer. There's little intricacies that you have not been taught yet, including the last one. I really want you guys to stick around for the end to really show you how you can win your dream offer. So let's get into it, guys. I'm going to dig into a PowerPoint here just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and you can follow along with my notes. So let's jump right into it. Making the winning offer. All right, so here are the four aspects I want to talk about today. The four aspects that you really need to consider when strengthening your offer, quote unquote strengthening is what an agent may say. Number one, increasing your initial deposit. We'll get into that. Shortening your contingency timelines or removing them completely. We'll get into that. Shortening your closing timeline. And then number four, I'm going to share a goodie with you guys as far as purchase offer hacks. All right, so let's get right into it. You guys are going to really like it, what I have to offer today. So increasing the deposit. So increasing the deposit is more of a psychological sign to the seller that you're committed to moving forward and buying your property. So think of it like increasing an ante before you start a poker game. Right? If you're playing against 10 other guys and you put $100 in out of the gates, people are going to think you're serious, right? You might have something good, you might not, but I mean, in the game of real estate, we're going to make sure that you're qualified. But think of it as that, right? Now, earnest money deposit, people are kind of scared, like, well, what if I don't like the property or something happens and a report comes through? Is my money gone? Like, do I ever get it back, especially if I'm putting a few $1,000s into it? Good news is, guys, yes, you will. It's very important that you have an experienced realtor such as ourselves to write the contract, because there are chances that you could lose it. But nonetheless, it is refundable if you have the contract written properly. So those are things to understand about increasing the deposit, right? The perception of value. It doesn't increase your purchase price, even though that is important. So just keep that in mind. Shortening contingencies. So really there's two contingencies here within the purchase agreement that you could shorten if you have your team ready to go and dialed in. So the first is your physical inspection. Typically this is about a 17-day turn or about a 2-week turn that they let you bring an inspector into the property, make sure you do all your research. Maybe you want to take a look at the foundation or the soil. All your inspections happen in this time frame. Typically, it only takes a couple of days to get a physical inspector out there to review your property and to give you a report. So even bringing this down from something like 17 days to 14 or 10, again, talk with your lender about this or even your agent, it looks better in the eyes of a seller, right? Because that means you're that much closer to closing on the deal and that much more serious about moving quickly. Another one is the loan contingency. So this is something you're going to have to talk to the lender about. Again, you can also get an appraiser out to a property pretty quickly within a couple days of having an accepted offer. So, reducing that or doing it quickly and then removing that loan contingency once it's appraised are options for you as well. So just keep that in mind as far as strengthening your offer. Speed up closing timeline. So usually a typical closing is anywhere from 30 to 45 days, depending usually on the lender. But I would say consider something as close, even as a 21-day close. You'd be surprised how many lenders can get up underneath themselves, put a fire under them, so to speak, and close it quickly. 21 days is definitely a possibility. Again, if that's something you want to consider, please message me directly. We can get you set up for something like that. We really need to be dialed in, but we can make it happen. And didn't even see it, but next you need to have your lender dialed in. So going back to what I was saying there, considering your 21-day close with the closing timeline. Okay, offer price hacks. This one's one of my favorite, guys. So a lot of times agents will come through and they'll be like, okay, hey, we have multiple counters. We have 5 offers on the table. Give me your highest and best. All right. So what do? You give them your highest and best. You give them a flat number, 515, 615, 715. I don't know why I'm going with 15s, but it just seems right. You could do a straight dollar increase. But did you guys really know that you can actually signify a price to be X amount of dollars higher than the next best offer? You don't even need to know the price. If you guys really want a dream home, you could take this opportunity and write up your offer in a sense that you pay $1,000 more than the next best offer. If you're dealing with a seller that's strictly focused on price, which happens a lot, you can play their ballgame. Okay, now you might be asking, well, what happens if it's way too much money and it doesn't appraise? That's why you have physical inspections and a loan contingency in there. If a property doesn't appraise, which an agent should tell you that same day that you know the actual price that you're under contract for. If that property doesn't appraise, I do have other videos you can watch, and as far as understanding, more or less, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket whatever the difference is if it appraises less than your offer price. So it's important that you understand you work closely with your realtor there, but you can structure an offer to be X amount higher than the next highest, right? So it gives you a free look. You get to take a look. If that's really what matters to the seller, you can structure an offer that way. And if it doesn't make sense, or if the agent thinks, okay, once you see it, then you can always back out of the deal. No harm, no foul, especially if you're doing it quickly before things really get underway. So that's it, guys. Those are the 4 different aspects to making the winning offer. I'm telling you guys, this works. If you guys want to get started, or if you have a dream home in mind and you really want to be aggressive about making a strong offer, give me a call, shoot me a message. I could put you in touch with my mom. She's been in the business 20 plus years. I myself, 10 plus years. So we're happy to help. I hope this was insightful for you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.